Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new, make sure that you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another pick a card reading. Today I'm really excited because we're going to be getting into December. We're going to be getting into the last month of the year of 2022, see what's coming up, what we need to look out for, what we can use to have the energies work in our favor. And so what I'm going to have you do is pick a pile number or an ornament. So pile number 1, the red ornament. Pile number 2, the silver ornament. Pile number 3, the gold ornament. Or pile number 4, the blue ornament. Whichever one is jumping out at you, whichever one that you are being drawn to, that is the pile for you. So while you guys are choosing and picking, I want to let you know I have a bunch of videos coming out on Patreon, spell videos, and I have on my OF a lot of videos where coinciding with the moon phase, how to get people aroused and how to get your own self aroused in order to manifest and just increase intimacy in relationships. And then I also have a sale going on in my Etsy shop, and I have new products, and you guys have been asking me about the necklaces that I've been wearing. I've been really into gold necklaces lately, and they are available in my shop, and they are all charged on my altar before they reach your neck. So if you're interested, head over, check out my other platforms. But with that being said, I hope you guys have made your choice now, because we're getting into your December 2022 reading. Pile number 1, everybody that chose the red ornament with the white pearls, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's see what December is bringing for you. So I did pull from a few different decks, and let's see what is coming up. The first thing that I see here is the return of Aphrodite. Temple, birth of the goddess. Ooh, okay, so for the past 2 days, this is very interesting. For the past 2 days, I've been getting this message in my mind where nobody can break a goddess. And I've just been thinking about that, and female form is goddess form. Whether you are male or female, biologically, or identify with whatever you identify with, you do have goddess energy within you. You also have God energy within you, masculine and feminine, male and female energies within you. But right now, it's the time to bring out the feminine, and also know that no matter how nurturing and soft and caring that you are, and kind and all of that stuff, you can't be broken while giving these energies out to the world. So that's a big thing that I see. I also see here 2 dolphins. And dolphins represent loyalty, playfulness, fun energy. They like to have fun. They like to show off. They're very loyal. And they're very protective. So I do feel like when it comes to relationships here in December, it's a lot of that kind of an energy. Where if you have a relationship, and I'm not saying a romantic relationship either. This can pertain to romantic relationship, but I'm also talking about relationships with your family members, with your friends, with whoever. It's very loyal and genuine, and it's very it raises your energy, raises your vibration. This relationship, this specific relationship in December, is really going to make you feel good. You can open up to it. You can talk to this person, and it's very genuine and loyal. So keep that in mind. I don't know. This is a collective reading, so I'm picking up on, it could be with anybody in your life, but it is with somebody, of course, that you know. And then the next card that we have here is like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Interesting. There's a lot of messages here about relationships, and I feel like what I want to tell you is, in the month of December, if you want more affection, give more affection. If you want more loyalty and trust, give more of it out there. Like attracts like. This is the whole law of attraction. Whatever you put out is whatever you're going to get in. It's like magnetic, right? So if you are a magnet, what are your feelings and emotions attracting back to you? And I feel like that's such an important question to ask yourself. Specifically for a lot of you when it comes to your love, energy, and like feeling free, freedom and liberation, and like feeling independent and things like that. So it is like in December for you guys, it's like, how do I feel independent and free and like I can have my own thoughts and opinions and beliefs, but also maintain a relationship with somebody else that might not have the same as me. Like attracts like. And we're also about to have a full moon in the sign of Gemini, which is the sign of the twins. It's a sign of compromise. Go check out the video that I made because it talks a lot about this topic that I feel like a lot of you guys need to hear. It's about just, you know, you don't have to agree. You can agree to disagree, but come to a compromise where you can still be on the same page. So I feel like it's an energy of like a lot of you have come into the things that you think about and believe and your opinions and thoughts, and they're changing, and that's healthy. You know, nobody stays the same forever. Nobody's beliefs stay the same forever. We grow and we evolve. And I feel like there is somebody very genuine in your life that just accepts how you grow and how you evolve. It's just important to talk to them and connect with them and associate with this person. I also have here Nettle. So in the month of December, I want you guys to work with Nettle. Nettle is a very motherly energy. So nettle is kind of like sage or palo santo, or like cloves. It's very protective, and it's protective in a way though where the mother, it's very motherly energy where if the mother sees that you're doing something stupid or wrong, she'll slap the shit out of you, right? But in this case, nettle is coming to protect you in that fiery motherly energy. So if you have nettle, use it in a candle. You can, I don't know if you can drink nettle tea. I think there are some teas out there that do have nettle as a ingredient. You can also sprinkle nettle on the four corners of your property. This is for protection, but that motherly protection. And you know how mothers protect their kids, right? That nothing can come between a mother and their child. And it's really interesting how we have Aphrodite there. She's also a motherly figure. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you might be mothers, or you might be like a daughter or a son, and you are wanting your mom to be more honest with you, or you're wanting your mom to accept your path a little bit more, or just show you a little bit more support. And I do feel like in December, you're going to find that motherly energy to support you and protect you a lot. So keep that in mind. And there's lots of ways you can use nettle. You can just Google it too. Nettle would be a really good herb for you guys to use. Now, also in December, what I see here is surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can do to make things happen and then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So don't, like attracts like, right? So if you're thinking about something like, okay, I'm really into this person, I want to attract this person. But then you start thinking about all the reasons that you couldn't attract the person, or why they wouldn't come to you, or why you wouldn't, connect. Our mind is very powerful. Our thoughts attract. And so the energy here, what is being asked of you, especially with Aphrodite, you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna attract this relationship. This is about some certain relationship in your life. It could be a romantic relationship, it could be any other kind of relationship, but you are trying to attract, reconcile with it. And in December, I see you doing it. But what I see is it needs to be cautious. You need to be weary of how you speak, and also how you react to that other person's words, and your attachment to results. Sometimes, okay, say you met somebody and they were like, yeah, I want to get married, and but after I get married, I want my whole family to live with me, right? Okay, let them have it. Let them think that. But once they understand and experience your love and your relationship together, your privacy and your intimacy together, and how you set up your home together, they're not gonna want anybody else there. Then, like, it's so personal, it's so private, it's so intimate that you just don't invite anybody, even if it's your own blood, into that space, unless you know that they will respect it, and that it will be a good experience. So in December, keep that in mind. The next card that comes up for you guys is integration. Integrate, yes, yes. Make sure that you do integrate these energies and people into your life, but also make sure that you know that if they, say somebody hasn't come into your home for a long time, and then after years and years, you finally, like, they come over for dinner or something, and they look at the decoration in your house, they look at the way that you set up your house, they look at the cleanliness of your house and stuff like that, and they make comments and stuff. Some people are like that, right? But I feel like what needs to happen right now is for you to integrate that energy into your life, so that you know how to handle it, and also you know when to shut them up. If somebody's in your house and they're like, oh my God, like, this is so dirty, you need to find a way for a comeback. And it doesn't have to be disrespectful or aggressive. You just be like, listen, I've just been really busy, and I really wanted you guys to come over to my house. I didn't have time to clean everything, but I cleaned as much as I could. Like, what would your response be? Let me know in the comment section down below. What would your response be? It is hard with a job and taking care of your house. And I know you guys, a lot of you guys feel that. A lot of you guys message me about that. Like, how do you control it? How do you go about it? How do you invite people into your home when it's like you can't really maybe clean everything? Like the crown moldings and everything, and the dust, like dusting every little corner. Some people are really good at it. Some people are really busy and they don't have the time to do it. So allow yourself to know what to say when people come to your house. And if they do say something offensive or whatever, let it go. Like, they're different and you're different. And you live differently. You function differently. And then they probably live differently and function differently. But it's not a reason that you throw the relationship away, because they might really actually genuinely care about you. It just might be that their lifestyle is different. The way they clean. They might have more time to clean than you do. Or they might have more time to work than you do, and you're more clean. Like, who knows, right? So keep that in mind in December. Don't judge yourself over how your environment looks, and don't judge yourself over inviting other people into your home that you really care about, and that they really care about you too, and then they make like a remark or something. So keep that in mind. Caution, nettle, motherly protection here, okay? And like attracts like. So I feel like you wanted this family environment. You wanted these dinners or get-togethers or gatherings, and with that comes a lot too, and everybody's different, if that makes sense. Now, the next card that comes up is the Fool. you're starting on a whole new journey. I feel like a lot of you guys have been so like obsessed with what people think or how people are going to judge you, what people are going to think about you and how you live. But it's a new journey where it's more about the get together and the gathering and the experience that you have in it, and how much fun you have and the conversations you have, the games you play, like the food you cook, more so than how clean your house is, or like, is it up to their standards of cleanliness? Like, I'm sure they won't care, as long as they have like a good time. And it's something I actually was talking about my boyfriend. I was talking to my boyfriend yesterday about this. Mother Teresa said something where people don't remember what you said, but they remember how you made them feel. And I really agree with this when you're hosting guests. And I feel like a lot of you guys in December, you're going to be hosting, like there's a party or a get together or a gathering or something. Either you're going there or they're coming to your house. And it's a time for you. It's a new energy where there's no judgment. And even if there is, there's going to be a good response. And if people are truly genuine to just spend time with you, then they're not going to judge your home, you know? And the last card that comes up is Conchomancy, Seashell Divination, and Wisdom of Shells. Okay, so in December, I want you guys to work with seashells. I want you to keep seashells in your home. I actually have a shell video coming up because gory shells, they help dispel anger and tension and arguments and miscommunication in the home. So if there is something like that you're worried about, because I do see 2 dolphins here, which is like 2 energies coming together. But also with the seashell card, I see, I don't want you to attach yourself to the result that like, if I do this, then they're going to have to submit and succumb and obey and agree with me. No, you can agree to disagree. You can compromise and you can be like, okay, you know what? You agree with that? All right. And I agree with this. That's okay. But we both still love each other and care about each other. Let's go do something that we do agree upon and then see where it goes from there. You know, so seashells around your house right now would be really, really good. With the face, with the opening side of the seashell, like seashells look like this, right? Like that's the opening side up always. It sucks out anger and miscommunication and tension and things like that. So that is your reading. Thank you guys. Isn't it? Wait a minute. Hold on. Before we go. Seashells. Look at this. They're fake pearls. But you picked the red ornament with the pearls. Emotions. Water energy. Ocean energy. Yamaya. And my spirits are also from the ocean. Very beautiful. Let your emotions flow naturally, and don't allow your emotions to be attached to a certain kind of result. I just got this quick idea before we go out of the reading. It's like you're going to Vegas, right? And you decided like, we're going straight to Vegas, from my house to Vegas. And then you're taking a road trip. And then in the middle of the road trip, you decide to stop somewhere. Maybe for food or hotel or something, to take a break from the road trip. I feel like this is kind of what's going on in December. It's, you know, your destination, but there's a few stops you need to make in the way to learn a few new things, like the Fool, to accept adventure, a spontaneous energy, integrate that into your life, and don't be so attached that you're gonna get to Vegas. What if you're like, at the end of the road trip, you're like, I don't want to go to Vegas, let's go somewhere else. And you're right there. There might be other destinations right near Vegas, and you just decide, forget Vegas, we're gonna go here and experience this new thing. So it's just experiencing new things, experiencing new kind of energies in your relationships, where there's no anger and resentment and grudges held anymore. I'm very excited. It's a lot of relationship healing for you guys in December, and gatherings and get-togethers, and just integrating your energy with these people, whoever they are. And that is going to be your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye. Hey guys, for everybody that picked pile number 2, this is the bell that you picked, and it's a bell with 2 different bells. So let's see what comes out in your reading. So the first card that comes up, interesting. Honoring the masculine energy. So, okay. This is interesting because the first few thoughts that come up into my head is telling me that a lot of you guys in December, it's a time to take a lot more action. It's a time to take a lot more initiative and make more plans, and respect that area or that part of yourself that gets excited for something and then makes the plans for it and makes it happen. This could be anything. It could be the tiniest things to the biggest things. Biggest things could be like you want to take a trip, you want to take your family out, or you want to take yourself out somewhere, right? Or maybe allowing somebody else to do it for you and not getting criticism. Like if somebody presents you like, hey, let's go here. We booked a trip here, blah, 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 and we want to invite your family. And then you're like, oh, but it's like this or this, and this. And you find negativity in what they presented to you. But what they wanted genuinely was just for your companionship. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are going to be probably invited to a family get-together, a family gathering. And what's needed here is to practice your masculinity, the masculine side. So what that means is providing. So, bring something, bring a dish or a food, or even when you go there, offer your advice about what you think masculinity and protectiveness and what it means to provide. I feel like it's going to be a very good conversation topic for a lot of you guys. The next the next card that comes up is physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much. So in December, I feel like, hugs, and especially if you are in a relationship, touching, like, flirting and smacking them on the butt here and there, or touching them on their skin. When you kiss them, you touch their face. I feel like it's going to be very beneficial, and it's going to be very... The energy is going to create a huge momentum. So I do feel like hugging and kissing and touching and flirting and those things in an intimate relationship will be very important. And also to honor the masculine. So there might be somebody in your life in December that is so masculine that just kind of needs a feminine touch. So something gentle, a hug, a kind word, a sweet comment, something like that, I think would help a lot of the people in your life that are very masculine. And also it is a good way to respect the masculine, especially in yourself as well, because I do feel like a lot of you guys, because this is a collective reading, it is a time where a lot of you guys might be feeling like you're doing everything. And so if somebody could just come in and just be like, hey, you know what? I appreciate this. Or, hey, you know what? Like, I see what you're doing, and I couldn't do it, or like I see what you're doing, and gender roles are still a thing in a specific way, and so I do feel like it might be really nice for you to, do you see that fly? It's really weird to see a fly into my reading table when it's really, really cold. I have the heater on, if you can hear it behind me. And so what that just told me is there's some kind of negative energy when it comes to gender role, like roles that you play and roles that other people in your life play. There's negative energy in it. And don't worry, I have an herb card for you guys that I pulled beforehand to let you know that how you can handle these things. I mean, I never know what comes up in a reading, but this reading is very, very deep. And I do feel like you want to connect and you want to have a genuine relationship, whoever this may be with. And this card is saying back to what you love, reevaluating your desires. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are kind of just trying to get back to something that makes you feel loved and something that makes you feel like you can love. Sorry, my camera died, but a lot of it has to do with you just being a little bit more understanding, compassionate, a little bit more sweeter. And I know for a lot of you guys, it might be a little bit harder to do just because you are so independent and masculine and closed off to emotions and feelings also as well, depending on what your past experiences have been. So I do understand that, but the card that comes up is sugar. If you can use a candy cane right now, you can get candy canes everywhere. Get a candy cane and write both of your names on it and hang it on the tree, or get both of your names on it and burn it. I mean, you're gonna have to keep an eye on it when you burn it, but make sure the whole thing burns down. But it's very sweet, peppery. Peppermint is Mercury energy. Mercury corresponds with communication. So you can use sugar and sweets to enhance this communication between this specific relationship. I do feel like in the month of December, there is a specific relationship where the masculine part needs to be honored. The part where they are protective and they are the provider, and in everybody's way, everybody has a different way to be a protector, and everybody has a different way to be a provider. So a lot of you guys, it might be having to do with like a brother, a spouse, a dad, or a grandpa, where maybe they have taught you certain things, but then when you look back, you're just like, okay, you taught me these things, but did you do it? So let's not judge anybody. Everybody's life situation and circumstance is different. I would really highly recommend you guys go watch part number 1, reading number 1, because I do feel like there's messages in there for you. But this is a lot to do with the masculine figures in your life, whether that be your partner, whether that be your brother, your dad, your grandpa. There's healing of it, and using sugar can heal and reconcile the relationship a lot more. You can use sugar in so many different ways. And physical touch, like hugging and just accepting somebody as they are, even though you know that there may be flaws in the masculine side of themselves to protect and provide. And that's okay, because everybody's different, and not everybody has the means or, the resources and stuff like that to do those kinds of things. And maybe you do and they don't. Maybe you are in a good position in your life and your parents are not. And I feel like the message here is to honor that and communicate with them and respect them. Like, look at this, two bells. Ring bells inside of your house, especially if they come over, or if you go over to their house, give them some kind of a gift that has two bells in it and ring that. Bells have frequency that changes a lot. And actually, let me tell you a little secret. Line the bells with a little bit of sugar or honey. So every time they ring it, the frequency of sugar and honey rings into their home. Or if you want, just like do a little DIY, or like you could do a DIY on this where you hang like two little candy canes and then you ring it, right? So something like that you could do. But it is an energy where you're being called to go back to the things you love and the people that you love who maybe didn't. Do you see that fly right there? Right there. Do you see that fly right there? There should be no flies in my reading right now, but the fact that I do see one is telling me that there might be evil eye on your relationship with your elders. This reading is about like your relationship with your elders, and sweetening it and reconciling with it and honoring the masculinity of your relationship with your elders, however that may pertain to you. Like sometimes we'll be like, my elders was so masculine and so strict and so protective that I didn't get to experience my life the way that I wanted to because they were so protective. Or sometimes it would be like, I wish that I had more protective elders. I wish that I had somebody that would like, scare people away. Or I wish that I had somebody that would provide and protect for me when I was younger. So it's two different readings that I'm getting because this is a collective reading. The next card is surrender your stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This is going to help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. It's not a time to react aggressively. This is a time to just be a little bit more understanding. And this is why I want you guys to go watch pile number 1. The stubbornness is not going to help the situation right now in December. Sugar, sweetness is going to be what is going to help you right now. Beyond illusion. So going beyond like your role that you play in your life. Some people get stuck in what they believe that their role is, like father, protector, mother, nurturer, whatever, the boss, the worker, the money earner, the money maker, whatever the case may be. But it's important for us right now in December to understand that we need to honor the masculine, like the protector, provider, even if we were that type that we made the money. But also to go beyond the illusion and let go of the stubbornness and be like, maybe I fell in love with you because you were sweet and you take care of the house and our roles are different. Maybe, like you're the female and you make more money and the male is taking care of the household chores. That's very, it's different than what we've been taught, right? We've been taught like the man has to make the money, the man has to do this and this and this. But nowadays it's different. And so that's a huge thing that I want you guys to keep in mind when it comes to December. We also have morality. What are your morals? And how are you going about your life within these morals? For a lot of us, we learn these morals in our life. Like for me, it was always the men are the caretakers. They're the providers. They're the money makers. And today I sit in a position, I'm the man. Like I take care of the money. I'm the provider and I am the money maker and all of that stuff. So it's a different kind of an energy when you come into it and you've been taught all your life that it should be opposite. So I do feel like a lot of you guys are going through that as well, and you become stubborn. You know, you lose your sweetness because you're just like, okay, well, I'm making all the money, I'm providing, so you know, you become resentful as well. So I do feel like a lot of you guys might be feeling that, and that's why it's being called for you to go back to what you love. You lost love in your heart. You know, when you provide and protect and you become the caretaker and all of that stuff for your whole entire family, your household, and all of that stuff. Even if you like have other people that you're taking care of with your finances and stuff, you do you feel some type of way, right? So going back to what you love, and I want you to write in the comment section down below, what is something that you used to love that would make you lose track of time? Because that's what I want you to go back into, because it's going to change the energy of a lot of things. Celebration. December is a time where I want you guys to celebrate. Okay? I want you guys to have fun and find a way to celebrate something, because it will help your energy and help everything. Harmony. We need to come in harmony with what we're feeling. You know, I feel like a lot of you guys are feeling so masculine. That's what I'm getting. You feeling very masculine, like you're doing everything. And a lot of you guys also are feeling in that feminine energy where you're like, I'm taking care of everything in the home, or doing this, this, and this, and I would just like my partner to do this, this, and this. So it's about a time of getting back to something that you love and creating harmony, and also surrendering to stubbornness. You know, sometimes I do feel like I want to tell you guys, do something fun, like get an activity, do an activity, or garden, or cook something fun. Do something fun out of the ordinary. And I feel like this is going to be what is going to add so much sweetness into this relationship. And the last card that comes up is energy field adjustment, aura cleansing, and health. Make sure that, you know, sometimes when we get into this energy where we feel like we're not seen, or we're not heard, or we're not getting what we want, or the life that we're living is not what we wanted, it's important for us to adjust our energy field. Sage, Palo Santo, like a spiritual bath, and taking care of your health as well. Eating better, tea, salads, like, you know, just something healthier. I feel like these are things that you want to accumulate into your life in the month of December, and you will find that the energies will work itself out when it comes to harmony, letting go of stubbornness, getting beyond the illusion of what we've been taught, all of those things. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to book a reading with me, head over to my Etsy shop or just email me. My link is down below. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye. For everybody that picked pal number 3, this is such a cute ornament that you guys picked. And it reminds me so much of a peacock feather. So let's get into what your reading for December is. Let's see what cards are coming up, what's going on. The first card that comes up is fertility. Ooh, okay, interesting. So for a lot of you, I do feel like be careful in December, because you might get pregnant, or a lot of you guys might be finding out that you're pregnant, or somebody really near and dear to you is pregnant, or it could also mean like a business idea that is coming into fruition, a business idea that is like really taking off. Potential, powerful creative energy, and initiation energy. So whatever you are starting right now, here's the thing. Mars right now is in retrograde, so it's not a good time to start like a business, or not a good time to move forward. But for some reason, your reading is saying, and here's another thing that I truly believe. Sometimes, not sometimes, like, this is weird for me to say, but when I watch my own readings from other readers, you know, they tell me not to do something. Or like, this is a time of your life that this is not gonna happen, you know. But and it's also up to the reader too. I don't know, like, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys and tell you guys what my experience is. Anytime anybody has told me don't do something, that very thing will happen. And so, like, I do feel like even though Mars is in retrograde, we have a full moon in Gemini coming up. I'm not going to tell you guys to, like, not do something. I feel like this is like a subliminal message. I don't know if for some reason I felt like my story is very connected to your story. Where somebody will be like, oh, your relationship is going to suffer this month. Or, oh, if you have an idea, don't do this month. And I'm not going to say any of that to you guys, because anytime anybody has told me that, I'll do the opposite and it works. And I thrive. So when somebody tells you not to do something, sometimes just do it. And I'm just telling you that based off my own experience, and I feel like that has a lot to do with your reading. This reading is going very different than the way that I thought, but I do feel like no matter what the planet phases are, no matter what people are saying, no matter what the situation is, the circumstances are, I want to tell you guys to do it. Do it. Put your foot in it. Step into it. I feel like it's a very strong, huge message, especially with this card right here, whether it's pregnancy or a business idea, or say you want to buy a house and everybody's like, no, interest rates are so high right now, you can't do it right now, it's not a good time right now. But then you find a realtor that knows their stuff. I feel like it's a time where the whole world and the universe and people and everything, even sometimes your own self, is telling you no. There's something that you need to say yes to. Whatever you say yes to is going to be very permanent. It's going to be a forever type of a thing. Stability. So I do want to say that. The next card that comes up is conditioning. Okay, so, you know, you've been taught a lot of things, like, say for example, buying something really, really big. You're like, okay, well, I need to know if I can pay for it, if I have the credit for it, if I blah, 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 right? And then you buy it, whether it's on credit or whether you buy it full or whether it was gifted to you, but you got it. So it's an energy where you can manifest things where you don't have to stress about it, is a thing in December for you guys. Surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. What we just say. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So allow yourself to see your life as what it is, but do not block yourself from moving on and moving forward and embracing new things and experiencing new things and attracting new things. The next card that comes up here is treasure your loved ones. It's important to love others deeply. So love is one of the highest vibration. It is something that clears your way, opens your path, opens your roads. And so, the emotion of love is very powerful. But I do understand with conditioning and not being able to accept the things that as they are, um, you and being able to initiate a conversation or initiate or go forth and forward with some kind of talk that you want to have with a loved one. There's blocks there, but I do feel like there's something here in December where your ability to love somebody else unconditionally and being able to connect with them and experience them and embrace them in their form as they are. Nobody's perfect. It's just really going to help you surrender and realize what life is just right now. People are the way they are just right now. Later on in life, they might change. Maybe you can plant some seeds inside their head. They might change. But for right now, they're also going through living in their conditioning. You might be a lion amongst the lambs. And so it's important for us to realize that and understand that and then move forward according to that. Sometimes we have to plant seeds in other people's minds, or sometimes we just kind of have to just let people know this is how I feel and this is how it is. And if you accept it, you do. And if you don't, you don't. So I feel like that's a big message. Also, for a lot of you guys, I feel like there's something you want to start, like a business or a project. Maybe you want to reconstruct your house, remodel your house, or you want to start a new business, or you want to have a baby. And other people might have their own opinions about it, but this is your life, and it's treasure them. Treasure your loved ones, and surrender to what they feel and what they think, and listen to it, but you don't have to necessarily agree and accept and obey or submit to it. The next card that comes up is Focus on Love. Wow, okay. Look for the good in everyone. So I feel like everybody that you tell exciting news to is in December, they're very happy for you, but they're also like say you're pregnant, right? And they're like, "Oh my god, you're so, oh my god, we're so excited for you." But are you sure you're going to be able to handle? Are you sure you're going to be able to? Are you sure this? Are you sure that? And so that's where you have to get out of that conditioning mindset and go amongst the lambs and be the lion for your baby. Whatever that is. It might be a new house. It might be a new car. It might be a whatever it is for you. This is a month where you kind of listen to others, but then you come into your own agreement with yourself. The next card that comes up is Control. Control. Don't try to control every outcome in this situation. I feel like a lot of you guys control or you try to control the outcome of whatever you're manifesting, or control the outcome of whatever it is. And it is because of conditioning. It is because you want to nurture, your life and everything surrounding your life and things like that. And you want to treasure and focus on the ones that you love. But December is a time where you have to release control, because that's how you're going to find freedom. It's how you're going to find success. So I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be going through that, where you kind of just release your fear of something bigger. I want to say that again. You're releasing a fear of something bigger, something that you did want to manifest, and it is big. But you want to release the fear of it And I don't want you guys to listen to other people because you're ready for it. You know you're ready for it. I know you're ready for it. Spirits know you're ready for it. But sometimes, you know, when other people realize what you're doing and it's something big, they can get worried. They can get jealous. So just keep that in mind. And the last card that I wanted to talk to you guys about is ginger. So ginger is an herb of power. So whenever you feel like, you know, somebody's maybe overtaking your thoughts or overpowering your thoughts or your decisions or your life choices, I want you to use some ginger. Ginger in candles, ginger tea, ginger incense, burning ginger. Ginger's gonna help a lot of you guys just gain your power back, taking your power back. Because I do feel like a lot of you guys in December are going towards something that you really, really want, but there's people in your head and, you know, trying to talk you out of it, whatever the reason may be. You know, maybe they're jealous, maybe they're worried, maybe they think it won't happen, maybe they're just like, oh, maybe they should just stay in their comfort zone where everybody's safe. But you're not that person. You are not that person to stay in your comfort zone. You're not that person to stay in a safety type of a zone. You are that type of person. You're the lion. You are the mother that pops the bubble of the baby, whatever your baby is, business, a actual baby, a car, or house, but something you're cultivating and you're attracting and you're manifesting. Do not let other people get into your mind, and work with ginger more around this whole entire month. And if you have dogs, I want you guys to take specific care of your dogs. You know, brush them, groom them, feed them treats. Like, treat them a little bit extra special around December. Also, I want you guys to work with water energy around December. It's going to help you open your roads a little bit better. And try to stay away from squares, like sharp squares, like sharp tips of something. If you guys can, these are not sharp. Oh, actually here, sharp tips, like this one, sharp tips. Stay away from like sharpness, knives, weapons, sharp things. And wear a lot more whites and more purples. And I want to say for a lot of you, wear a little bit less bracelets. Don't wear too many bracelets around December, because it does have something to do with like chaining and being like confined and stuff like that. So just for December, January you can probably start it back up, but just for December, I don't want you guys to do that. And bubbles and water, those are things I want you to work with. Flowy things, soft things, purple colors. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye. Okay, for everybody that picked pile number 4, the reindeer, let's go ahead and see what comes up in your reading. So I have not seen the cards yet. First card that comes up is this, and I know it's tattered. I have a story about this card. It is the Innocence card, and this reminds me a lot about like the Will Smith movie. Not Pursuit of Happiness. It was with his son. I forgot the name. But there's a story about this card where you know, when I was first starting out my business, this card flew out into the outside when it was storming and raining, and it just got tattered and shattered and all that stuff. And so I always find a significant meaning to this card because I kept it too after that, and it's just telling me like your innocence, even though shattered and tattered and ripped up and whatever, it's there's a meaning behind it. There's lessons to be learned, and I feel like in December, I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be finding those lessons. And then we have here practicing compassion. So seeing things from a fresh perspective, seeing things differently. You know, the things that you've been through in December, I feel like a lot of you guys are just gonna see it differently, seeing it in different light, seeing it in different perspective, showing a little bit more compassion to even enemies and even people that have hurt you. Another thing that I see here for you guys is aloe vera to soothe that energy that you might be feeling. So use aloe vera, use aloe. If you hear that, that is my cat. I just rescued a cat about like 3 months ago, and he loves to play. And so, you know, getting back to the reading, soothing something within yourself. Some kind of like an inner child kind of soothing, an inner child energy that you're healing here. The next card that comes up is surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So this is interesting because I do feel like a lot of you guys might have like one negative thought or a negative situation happen in your life, and then you just spiral. You just start to think about everything bad and everything negative in your life. We cannot do that. Coming back to the innocence card, we have to learn from everything and soothe our soul. Telepathy, nonverbal communication, energetic pulses, and mind reading. This is going to be a quick reading because my camera is about to die, but listening and learning from other people, listening to other people's thoughts, opinions, and not reacting, but just observing and listening to it. The last card that comes up in your reading is Homeland, arrival, journey ending, establishment, building, settled. You guys want stability, but you're not finding. So my camera did cut off. You might be hearing my cat Kava in the background playing with his little ornament that he stole from the Christmas tree. But what I was talking about is like coming to a place where you feel stable, coming to a place where even the people around you make you feel stable. And negative thinking also, I feel like for a lot of you might be coming around people that you surround yourself with. We need to soothe your spirit and soothe your aura and your energy and your thoughts and everything, because I do feel like you've been kind of just surrounding yourself with people that have shattered and tattered and tore up your innocence. Just shattered your ability to feel compassion and closed you off. So we need in December to go towards more of the people that make you feel loved and make you feel playful energy again. Like you can hear my cat. And those are always like every noise and everything that I hear in my readings. It's like you just kind of just want a playful energy. You want more fun. You want to experience something different, experience something new, but also with somebody that you trust and love. And so the fact that you can't experience it with that person makes you feel sad. So what I want you to do is use aloe vera, put both of your names. I actually have an aloe vera spell on my channel where you can put both of your names to heal the relationship and help the relationship just soothe itself and calm itself out. Excuse me. I also feel like this turtle energy here, the turtle stands out to me a lot. The turtle is one of my spirit animals, and I do feel like you're looking for a lot of stability, but you also want to just kind of ride that stability. Like you want to have fun with it. You want to be stable, but you also want to have fun. And for a lot of you, I do feel like I want to tell you, in the month of December, it's just healing this one specific relationship. And I do want you guys to go watch pile number 1, because I feel like there's a lot of messages in there for you. I want you guys to go look at it. Look at this reindeer right here that you picked. It's like, it's kind of like you just want to leap into something fun. Like, just kind of just have a good time and be spontaneous and try something new and just have a good time. And I do feel like, you know, a lot of you guys are in that stage where you don't want to do it with just some random person. You want to do it with somebody that you love. And that makes it kind of harder. But I want you to not think so negative. Do this aloe vera spell. Go look at the aloe vera spell on my channel. And also understand it's important to also be compassionate and understand another person's point of view. Even when it comes to your own stability and security and stuff like that, like this reading has so much to do with two people, and how, you know, our thoughts are magnets. Our thoughts, like if you believe in the law of attraction, our thoughts attract, and our thoughts are very valuable when it comes to manifesting and creating the life that we want. So right now, what you're being asked to do in the month of December is to control these negative thoughts. And you will. It is a time that you will come out of these kinds of negative thinking behaviors. And also practicing niceness and compassion and kindness with somebody else. And finding stability in that. And also finding your innocence through that. And just doing something fun. Plan something fun out. So I told you guys that this reading would be short and quick. And I think it will be. My camera battery did die. But I did come back. And I think this is all that I have to say. I want you guys to work with aloe vera and red colors. And turtles. So those are a few things. And flowers. Flowers and birds. If you guys can work with these things, it will help you and benefit you in the month of December. And I think that's it. If you guys want to book a reading with me, go ahead and head over to my email. Or I do have... Do you guys hear him? Do you hear him? I feel like that's you. Like you're just digging around for something fun. Just like he is. And so you guys can contact me there, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye.